We're back with part 2 of the Oregon State Playbook, and now we're going to unleash the final 3 formations that really round out this playbook and what make it so unique. We're going to go over the trips tight end offset weak, one of the best trips formations in the game, and then we're going to complement that with 2 great bunch formations, Ace Str Offset and the bunch Str Nasty. So these 3 formations alone are really nice, but when you add the stuff from part 1, you'll see what makes this so good. And if you guys are enjoying the content and the playbook breakdowns, do me a favor, like this video, sub to the channel, leave me a comment, let me know what you guys like, you don't like, comments of what you guys want to see, what's working, and I'm trying to put out the best content for you guys possible, so this really helps our channel grow and helps our community grow. Alright, let's get into the video. Alright, jumping into trips tight end offset weak. Here, first play I'm going to come out is read wide corner. This may look familiar to trips tight end, just curl flat. And the things that I like to do here is I like to read corner A, and then if you want to snap throw it or snap hike it, you can. I actually like to put Y here on a drag just because it gives me a check down route, and then I'll put my RB here on a flat route. So again, my reads are going to be A. I'm going to look underneath to Y, and then you have B here. It can be in the seam or a little bit deeper, and then you have your curl and your table. So everything is a viable option here. Take our reads. Again, tight end, that's why we put him on the corner route, especially if he's good or has the cutter ability. He just gets outside leverage really quick. So that was a superstar corner was on him, and he still wasn't able to keep him from getting to where he wants. But let's say that's covered. Again, we're going to see what they give us. Take your check down routes here. Drags open. We had the flat open as well. And if they don't guard those areas of the field, we will punish them and just march up the field. I want to show you if I can get this post or this curl route depending on the coverage here. They play man like that. Yes, of course, the post. Again, picking on a superstar corner. This is going to be the last time we run this. Just watching how stuff drops. There's this curl route I was telling you about. If the outside corner turns his hips and goes all the way back, the curl route is just going to be free yards the entire time. So you can absolutely run this play stock and keep it that way, or you can do the 2 hot route adjustment I did with the re-tight end corner and the drag. The next play I want us to take a look at here is going to be the verticals play. Verticals, very good play here. I am going to put my X here on a comeback route. And again, I just like putting my tight end on the corner route. I just don't care for the other route he's on. So your read's going to be A, and then you have your underneath the RB. RB does a really good job of getting open because of these 3 down the field stretching routes on the left side of the field. And I'll kind of show you here what I'm talking about as he gets up. And, I'm catching it a couple of yards past the line of scrimmage, and there's nobody around me, so it's an ability to get, 10 yards, whatnot. So RB is really good. So yeah, if the running back doesn't get bumped out of on the line of scrimmage here, he's actually going to get more yards. And then if the user tries to take that away, you're going to have B kind of right up the seam here. So take a look, see what they're going to give us. Tight end, if they're going to put a linebacker or even a safety on him, he's just going to get absolutely cooked. So try to stay away from showing you the tight end as much, and or the running back for that matter. Just, again, see what they're giving you. If they're going to play man, we're going to look at tight end. Running back beats man as well, but we really like him against zone because he really gets underneath and gets a lot of yards after the catch. See what they're going to run here. Again, that's really what I'm talking about right there is running back just got 12, 13 yards, but it's just because everybody pushed deep up the field. And we kind of quick hiked it there by mistake without doing all the adjustments, but there is the comeback route. Again, as soon as the corner turns his hips, you're going to throw it at the top of the break. It's wide open. Show this one more time to see is if B really kind of gets open. Kind of do I snap through it right there, which is going to be the ideal read. You're just kind of pretending that a user is going to be in the middle and is going to maybe try and take away that running back or take something else away. And when they do, that's when that B option is going to be available to us. The next play I like coming out in is the read wide corner. This is probably the best and my favorite play in the formation. And it's very simple. You have B here on your post inside, A on a re-cornered corner, and then you have your X on the curl route, the Y. If there's any kind of man alignment, the Y is not going to get open. But if you have zone, you'll have your look here. And I love this tight end here because he just gets outside leverage so easy. So right there, I didn't quite hold down the bullet pass. I just let it outside, though, down and outside, so where I had a chance to go user catch it. B is going to be more of once the user kind of vacates the middle, he'll be a lot more open in our second setup. But here is a situation where you can just kind of snap throw it to him if that linebacker, that user's not shifted over further enough right away. And the last thing, depending on the zone that you go against, you have this curl flat option. As you see, that slot defender kind of played underneath the corner, so I just threw it to the flat. Now, if we get one situation here, we show you where and that's with the actual curl route, which curl routes are much, much improved in this year's game. That's where you guys are going to find that open there. So setup 2 is just going to be nothing crazy here. Same tight end on the corner route. Now I'm going to drag Y, and then now I'm going to send my running back out on the flat route. So literally the entire play is the same. You have the curl flat combo now on the left, but with the running back. And then now the Y is just going to be a quick check down for us over the middle. And again, take underneath. If the defense does not crash down, we're just going to take those easy yards up and down the field. And everything else is just kind of pretty self-explanatory. It all gets open the same way. Receiver was wide open there. He kind of got bumped, and then the guy that was covering, I think might have been, I don't know who he was covering, to be honest with you. I think it was the drag, kind of got bumped into the way there of the B route. So, anyways, throw it one more time here. Again, now here's the check down to the running back if they don't get out there. And one of the reasons why this gets open is because there is 4 receiving options on the left. And if you notice, the first 3 are 2 of the 3 are going up the field, and then 1 is coming from the left side of the field to the right in the drag. So it's going to leave all those zones kind of pushing back, and then it leaves that running back to get wide open right there. But in the event they don't, and they crash down, that curl flat's there. You have your corner on the outside. So read wide corner, great play, run those 2 setups. Last play that I like dabbling in is the PA flood here. And you have your Y on his corner route. You have B on this little bubble. You have A on his post. And then the only thing I like to do is I like to actually put RB here on this Texas route. And again, it's just going to be, see what they give you here. Oh, they don't take away the flats. We throw the little bubble screen. Or not bubble screen, but the bubble. And run it again. You know, if they play hard flats underneath, you can hit the corner route. Right there, we had the running back wide open, and we just kind of made a bad throw there. Again, we kind of just hit the bubble there as the defense wants to play really just far up the field. And so we are 100% fine if that's how they want to do this. Here's going to be a man blitz, and this is really where A and RB are going to work in tandem. The user is going to have to find a way if his blitz does not get home. Here, tight end drops the ball. Probably should have passed let it. But here is the option with the running back. Again, he just leaves wide open because everything kind of goes vertical. Looking at this here again is what I noticed is that corner route doesn't kind of always get open. So one of the things I just did was I put my Y on a curl route and just kind of stemmed him up. And you'll see he'll really get far down the field, and he'll just kind of stop in this little soft spot. And he is an easy throw. The corner route can still get open, but you just kind of have to wait a bit longer and let him set on the sideline. And then here is when that left guy that would be covering the curl kind of goes up the field, leaves his running back wide open up underneath. So PA flood, make sure you guys are throwing that in this scheme. Now we are into the bunch Ace Str Offset here. The last formation we're going to cover these bunches. But right away, RPO, return RPO alert flat, return PA flood are 2 of the plays that I like a lot out of this. Duo is probably the best shotgun run in the game. And then you have the RPO duo alert post. Really going to just touch over the duo real quick. This isn't about how successful it is here, but it's just it's like it's a delayed for a second. There's a lot of double team blocks that happen, and you see Oregon State's line really just manhandled Oregon for a 10-yard run up the middle. But what makes this run so good is not only the ability to go up the middle, but you can actually sweep it across to the left and or go back towards your blockers if if the ability to cut back if there's options to get to space over there. Kind of stumbling over my words here, but here again, that's the last time we're going to run it. But you see, every time they're getting double teams at the line of scrimmage. What is it going to allow us to get into that second level? And then from there, depending how good the blocks hold up and the user is, that play is really going to have super, super big play potential. But the main thing is it's consistent. Let's jump into the better stuff. Corner strike is going to probably be the best play in the formation. Simple setup, just streak RB. And now you're going to have this outside B route. Again, he is best corner route uh, in the game simply because you can't get this sharp cutting corner route from any other play. There's no hot route to get him on that corner. So aside from that, if he's not open, again, you take your quick reads, throw the flats there, preferably not into the dirt out of bounds with no pressure. But that is A is going to be there in the flats. Y is on this in route coming back across the field. And the one thing that's great here about the bunch sets that we're going to show you, right, is that you know there's 4 receiving options on one side. Trip tight and offset weak was also like that. Match coverage will not work against this. It is going to cancel out the match. So just a little bit of information there for you. So anytime you go against this, you're going to go against typical man, cover 2, cover 3, or cover 4. So basic rules will apply. But RB's not going to be an option. He's a down the field stretch. C routes are not as good this year. So if I'm going to put him on a route, I'll just put him on a comeback route if I actually want to look at X. But here again, I'm just going to take my underneath here as the running back was really able to beat the linebacker. But again, if you see this outside coverage like this may be a cover 4. B here, nice little quick throw. That just gets so quick to the sideline. And RB being on the streak is just going to stretch that defense out. So they have to respect that. So I love corner strike. Again, great staple play. Run this to the wide side of the field. It even has a better chance for rack animation and getting some huge, huge yards. Flood. Okay, so here on Flood, Flood's one of the best concepts in the game. You have this deep dig from X coming in if there's man. I like personally to drag RB to give this underneath, and then I will actually flat route Y. So that way I'm having that flood still on the right, but I'm now having an underneath high-low with RB and X. If you want to stem down A on his corner route, it's a little bit deeper down the field, but it is still very, very good. RB is going to be wide open here on this drag. If they want to play man, it makes it super, super difficult. And if somebody asks me why I put him on the drag, it's just because if you look at the right side of the field, it's the only 3 routes going out there. So it makes it super easy to cover. And I can just put the running back on there and still keep that same look. The difference is the running back getting out there a little bit later means that the defense is going to push back, and it's going to make that running back a lot more viable option versus the slot receiver. So again, take a look. Here's going to be this little pocket window for the backside in. All right, let's get the post in here one time and just really kind of show you. It's going to be deeper down the field. But there's a beautiful play there again. And the reason why that was so open, obviously they played like a cover 2 look, but was the outside safety had to respect that streak from B. So that allowed that corner to get on the sideline. So I love that play. Very, very good. The other thing here, one alternate setup is that if you want to put A on a streak and you put RB here on a corner and you can stem him down, still put Y on your flat. Now you're going to have this little corner concept with RB and Y, and you see RB gets just in a beautiful, beautiful pocket. Then A will stretch down the seam. You now have a seam threat. B's on his little wonky fade, so possibly if they're in a cover 2 or a cover 3 and they bite down on the corner, that B will be a pass lead outside option. But again, here is the flat route to the running back. Again, take your reads. Super, super simple. We'll run this one more time here and just see maybe if there's a situation where you see the tight end and you see down the seam there, we kind of just threw it on his back shoulder. So mix these two setups of flood. It's going to be a great play, great mix up from corner strike and your duo. So the last play I want to take a look at here is going to be Dagger. Also, by the way, I just saw pin pull toss. I completely forgot about that when I mentioned setting up this stuff. Make sure you add pin pull toss in there. Very, very good play. So here what we're going to do is we're going to drag A, and you're going to put RB here on a crosser. And then I like to just put B on the corner, just kind of stem him down. And then put Y on a streak. So again, a lot of adjustments there we took for, but this is so, so good. B is going to stretch to the outside. You have your high-low with A and RB. And if they spread out and they don't take, guess what? Y is right here up the seam. So again, this has actually been a little route combination that's kind of been in the game for a minute that people liked running. But again, it's super, super good. They have to respect all the areas of the field. Here, you have your underneath, take your drag. Crosser will be good. And actually, here I am going to move the ball and just show you. I actually like, hit the wrong button, but I like moving this over to a hash. I just feel like it plays so much better here for the crosser route. So this is actually my favorite play to run on the hash here, is you're just going to watch, assuming I get the time here, RB is going to get in this little pocket right here as we get an overthrow. Run this one more time here. X is going to stretch out the deep sideline here, and RB there. But yeah, I do love this play here on this hash. Again, see if we can just get RB a little bit further down the field. Right there is kind of what I was talking about. Had to step up into the pocket because Oregon's offensive line is just so much better than Oregon State. But yeah, so Dagger, again, super great play. All right, now we are jumping into the bunch Strong Nasty. You're going to see a lot of these motion plays that they have gotten here that are very, very good. You have your counter Y, you have your crack toss, RPO read bubble. Again, those are super important plays to mix it up, but without keeping the video crazy long, is I'm not going to show you how the runs work out of there. Let's go into X Trail here. I love X Trail. This is, to me, the best passing play in this particular formation. And the only thing I like to do is I like to stem down that corner RB, and I like to flat route Y. And then so the reads are very simple. Everything's going to be an option. If they don't take the flats, we throw to Y. You have B on your drag underneath. A, we're going to show right here. A is on this little angle route. It's a little bit slower than the typical trail when it's coming from a receiver. But again, he gets in a spot where they're blitzing and they try to take away those quick drags and flat routes. So he's going to be there. Again, just kind of show you the read. Again, they blitzed us hot. We went to the flat route for the running back. They're not going to be able to mid blitz this and get away with it. So again, stem your guy down, table route. Again here. Now we got the drag here wide open. That's the other thing too. When you run this particular play against man or just man blitz, is that there's so much cluster in the middle that you really don't know who's going to shake free. So it's going to make it really tough for the defense to stop that. This X post route, typically him being the only deep route, uh, doesn't make that an option for me. But because of where he's lined up so close, is he's almost an option all the time because he gets in this little soft spot that the outside corner, despite him being the most outside receiver, the outside corner he's already got leverage inside. So it makes it a nice, easy bullet throw if there's nobody playing underneath. So here's the key when you come out in the read bubble is you want to look. If they are playing pressed and down outside coverage, you're not going to throw it. You're just going to hand this off. If there's off coverage like this, you can throw it immediately and then you may have to make a juke depending if the pitch icon plays it outside like you just did, like this, and then you want to try and juke as soon as you catch it. So when running this play, actually, the reason why I like this so much is when you put RB on the stem down corner, I'm going to streak B. The guy in motion to create this 2x2 look, and I still have my check down from X, but the reason why I like it, against zone, RB's going to get so far outside, you can throw him to the sideline, and or there'll be opportunities to throw him quick. Man, again, guys, because they're all kind of bunched there, the defenders will get bumped, and it will lead to one play touchdowns like that. But we're not running it play for necessarily for that. But just watch how quick he gets outside if we get his own look here. And outside of a terrible throw, I mean, that's a huge, huge play. But yeah, if you see zone, RB is going to absolutely fry it, and you still have your underneath and your wheel route. And that's the kind of right there. They played a cover 3 look, and you notice the outside corner didn't go shade out all the way over there, primarily because of B on his streak. So he kind of just played in between, and then the guy underneath couldn't play that far over to the sideline. So that's what makes this super, super good. Again, now you have opportunities to throw this wheel route. So there's two ways to run this. You can either put RB on a streak and stem B all the way down, or you can put B on a streak and put RB on the corner and stem him down. Either one works, whatever you want to do. But here you have the mesh concept, X and A. You have your running back Y in the flats, and then B here on particular zones. Again, you see he still just gets outside super, super easy. So that's why I think it is super crucial that you guys mix this play in. Again, here, quick hitter. We got the quick hitter 2 to the drag for the tight end, despite him getting smacked there and dropping it. And then again, you have it here on the other side. Those other routes with the streak and the corner and the flat, it's going to leave X actually coming open underneath. So
that's going to wrap up part 2 of our Oregon State playbook. And now you have got the full system in your hands. So you have the Y off trio close, the trips nasty to your bunch, your trips tight end offset weak. This playbook lets you scheme from all kinds of stuff in here. And this is a great base playbook to continue your dominance here in NCAA 26. Make sure you guys drop a comment if you guys are running this game or you're thinking about adding it to your game plan. Let me know if there's something in here that you feel like I didn't cover, and then we'll see if we can drop it in a video here in the future.